So Pokemon just unveiled their new DLC update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet titled The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, split into two parts similar to how Pokemon Sword and Shield's Isle of Armor the Crown Tundra handled its DLC, with part 1 containing the teal mask and part 2 containing the indigo disc. And I'm excited? Question mark? Now, obviously, in that Pokemon Presents, we also had other things like the announcement of Sleep. Finally, we got Unite, Masters, and other spin-offs no one cared about. It's all about the mainline stuff, right? Although I did kind of wish we did get a new mystery dungeon, though. It's very weird how they presented the Scarlet and Violet DLC and updates. Yeah, so first it was the intro to the Max raids, and then they just boom. Paradox, Suicune, Virizion, Walk and Wake, and Iron Leaves, just like that. There were a lot of people speculating that both Virizion and Suicune was gonna have some sort of big significant purpose and stuff like that, and the closest thing we got is just their Terra raid events. Out of all the things to have those be teased for DLC, why raid events? It's just weird. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these are the only Paradox Pokemon to ever get official Terra raids. At the time of this video's recording, obviously there's going to be raids going on right now. It's just, only exclusive until March 12th. If you're watching this after March 12th, then I'm sorry you just missed out on it. And then there were people complaining about what? This looked nothing like the one in the book. Well, if you actually read the books, and which I doubt that 90% of players that play Scarlet and Violet haven't read the books, knows that it's not an accurate depiction of what Paradox, Suicune, or Virizion actually looked like. Although there were theories speculating around that these are actually not their true forms, and maybe when more of these Paradox Pokemon get released in some fashion, they'll fuse up to their final form, including the other, which is the supposed third legendary, is something I'll get to later. So obviously we have those for Terra raid events, and I thought, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought that this was gonna be our only DLC and stuff like that, but I'm proven wrong. And then there's also Pokemon Go and Home compatibility, which I really hope, because I hear that obviously past starters making it into the game, and one of those includes the Kalos and Galar starters, so yeah, I guess it's safe to say that this game is becoming peak, because we finally have Chestnut and Italian in the same game. So automatically the game's the masterpiece. Shut up, kid, I'm recording a video. And then that's when they finally announced the DLC in the form of live action footage and surroundings based off of Japanese festivals, which is called Kitakame. That's what the area is called that we're going to on this new adventure. The key art that they revealed is very, very, very detailed and beautiful. You can never go wrong with 2D art, but this is just key art. We didn't see gameplay. We didn't see camera shots of an engine. We didn't even get some sort of cinematic CG trailer. And yeah, of course, you can argue that we did had a CG trailer involving the DLC, and that was the announcement for the second one, the Indigo Disc and stuff. But that's only it. It's cool. We're going to a new academy as some sort of foreign exchange student. I believe it was called the Blueberry Academy, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't even call it the Spanish word for blueberry, arenado. And so yeah, the fact that we have uva and naranja, which is Spanish for grapes and oranges respectively, but the third academy is just blueberry. Not even the Spanish translation. It was right there. You could use Google Translate, just use it. And then we also cut to more live action segments and amazing key art. You have the Paldean starters and new characters that we literally have no elaboration towards. We're only just shared with a screenshot, and that's it. And then on top of that, we also have the official key arts for the new legendary Pokemon, which is Ogerpon and Terapagos. Which I'll admit, did not really expect them to take that direction. Just give us PNG artwork of the legendaries, and not just provide a cool cinematic trailer that pretty much gives us an idea of what these Pokemon are. They're supposed to be not mythical, because they are not mythical Pokemon, but more so on the mysterious side, where like they're supposed to have this Pokemon of like really cool and unique power. We have no understanding of them, and especially with CG trailers of like past games, like when they revealed it to us, like not gonna lie, way more hype than the reveal of what they did, because you clearly expect us to get excited over a bunch of PNGs. Well, it worked because I already bought the DLC. Something about the marketing just feels off to me. And I think my biggest criticism is about that. I'm sure they'll elaborate further, like in a future presents, like down the line, like they'll give us more detailed information. But if there is, and you, of course, you also may be thinking like, oh, maybe they weren't ready to show us the DLC, or like maybe it's not finished. I mean, yeah, it's not finished. It's supposed to come out until the end of the fall, but not like a CG trailer, not like a camera overview, not like a camera shot of the overworld of the places we get an idea we can explore. And the closest thing you had is like live action trailers. Like, don't get me wrong, like I do find the live action trailers to be somewhat like engaging, is really on par with the 90s and the early 2000s type of marketing when it comes to video games, like putting like live action segments. That's cool. But I feel like it didn't get me excited gameplay wise. It didn't make me like more excited asking for more. It leaves me asking, where's the rest of it? Like, where is the rest of the things that you're going to present to us? Like, and honestly, it kind of makes their status, like especially that they're supposed to be legendary Pokemon, just all the less important or something. I don't know. I swear this trailer leaves me so mixed, because especially with Terapagos, everyone was speculating that the third legendary between Corona and Miraidon was this big giant turtle that is somehow the entire region, although I'm not entirely sure, so I don't know. You can take that as a spoiler warning, you could take that as like speculation with a grain of salt, I don't know. But like, I feel like mostly everyone's on the same boat here, that Terapagos is somehow the third legendary that is carrying the entire region of Paldea. And sure, maybe Terapagos is like humongous. Maybe it's not like it. Maybe like those artworks aren't like images to scale. Like take a look at Eternatus. Although, I don't know. The only thing that's off to me is just like the marketing, and who knows, maybe like they'll have like multiple forms and stuff like that. But I'm not that as excited for this DLC, although I am curious, and I'm curious and cautious, more so hype. And the fact that it's $5 extra compared to the Sword and Shields DLC, and they've shown way more on the first initial trailer, makes me feel like this is a strange direction they're taking for marketing. Like is it effective? Maybe. Is it good? Is it bad? Also, But like I said, they're gonna elaborate more in the future, but it's just for first impression. Like, if you don't have any gameplay to show us, then you shouldn't even bother announcing it at all. You should just say like, oh, we're working on DLC, and that's it. You didn't have to show us anything if you clearly weren't ready for it. That's what I mean. I'm sort of getting a similar situation, like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but like sort of similar to Sonic Frontiers and how its marketing cycle end up. Like at first we saw a CG trailer with literally no elaboration other than it's coming out in 2022. We get another trailer in the Game Awards where it shows more CG and an overarching camera view of the open world. Open zone. And it was neat, but still no gameplay. We still have no idea what the game is about and stuff like that. And then well, we finally did get gameplay, although like not very good representation of it. I just feel that Scarlet and Violet's case is also kind of weird. Scarlet and Violet also had a similar marketing strat for some reason. Like when they first initially teased it all the way back February of last year when it was announced. Wow, the time flows by, it's crazy. They show like similar camera shots, environment stuffs, like, you know, just a pretty decent idea what the game is about, like with very minimal gameplay. We have official artwork of the starters and not even like their 3D CG models. There was no like CG cutscenes like representing like the starters and stuff. That was weird. What I'm trying to say is that even though like we haven't seen anything yet, I feel like previous games felt like they had like more of a first impression, because at least like with games like Sword and Shield, we had gameplay from the get-go. Same with Legends Arceus, BDSP, God, that game. And I guess in a way Scarlet and Violet initially, because at least we had cool, at least CG trailers. Like if they weren't ready to show a lot of stuff, we at least had CG trailers like with intense like camera shots and music and animation and stuff like, you know, just to at least get us excited. I'm sorry, but PNGs ain't gonna cut it. PNGs is not gonna get me excited for a DLC. Yeah, remember those CG trailers? Whatever happened to that guy? It was used very effectively, and say what you want about the quality of like previous games like Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus and stuff like that. To me, the reveal trailers were kind of a bit better than whatever they had for Scarlet and Violet. I'm hope to be proven wrong when we're getting more information on this DLC, but until then, I'm cautious about this, cautiously optimistic about the DLC. If it's worth the $5 extra compared to the Isle of Armor, the Khan Tundra, and I really had a lot of fun with the DLC and Sword and Shield, that made the game a whole lot better. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see and actually fix the game, because I don't think the latest patch that they dropped is actually worth anything. So like, I don't think it fixed stuff. If it did, I'm just too stupid to notice, because I did play it recently and I caught both of the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves paradox, so it's gotta be worth something, right? Alright everybody, this is Super Smash Bros. Number 10. This is a different take on a video that I kind of wanted to share my thoughts in the process, but what do you think about the announcement of the DLC, the teal mask and the indigo disc? Are you excited? Are you optimistic? Are you pessimistic? Or are you just in between? I'm sorta on the in-between sort of spectrum between like the announcement of the DLC and the actual content that we're gonna get. If it's bigger than Sword and Shield's DLC, that's all I could really ask for. Like more content, like more fulfilling story and stuff like that. I'm on board. And returning starter Pokemon, like Infernape, Chestnut, and Italian, then I'll automatically call this game peak. If we can have all 3 of those starters in a single game, then yeah, it's peak. Signing off, I guess. Signing off.